Once upon a time, there was a beautiful castle made of metal and strong walls. Within these walls lived 5 nobles. These nobles were the smartest, greatest, and loveliest in all the galaxy. One day, the greatest noble of them all said, "Hey, I've got an idea." And no one said anything back. But the greatest noble just carried on anyway. "Why don't we all just leave each other alone?" the greatest noble insisted. The other nobles looked at him, puzzled almost. And then the smallest, ugliest little noble said, "Yeah, we have to stick together. It's part of our mission objective. Don't be such a friggin' selfish bastard, Robert." And then another noble piped up, "Arguing will get us nowhere. This has to stop." Robert the noble merely looked at everyone before turning to his dear friend Colin. Colin, with the brightly coloured eyes, the soft skin, and the scolding look that had Robert, as the old saying goes, shook. Then Robert said, "I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind here, aren't I?" And Colin just smiled and said, "Yeah." And everyone just carried on with their day as if nothing had happened. This is what life's like on board the Mary Jane. A story with no ending. Always being left to wonder just what the hell we're doing here. In space, you don't live. Watching the same movie about children winning a baseball game and listening to the same playlist every day is not living. But then that begs the question, what is? If we were built to live, then what's our goal here? To drive each other mad? Maybe see who's the last one standing? I wonder if 7 years in deep space is a new record. Anyway, I have absolutely nothing to report on my side, because anything important that's supposed to have happened hasn't. For a solid year, I had high expectations of fighting aliens and exploring planets, becoming the rightful gods with a capital G to civilizations not yet developed. And in reality, what do we find? Well, you lot back at home can take a wild guess. Here, I'll even make it multiple choice for you. A, rocks. B, void. C, my sanity. Or D, nothing. And if you picked anything but C, you're correct. Well done, Poppets. And if you picked C, you're an asshat, and I hope you get launched into space without a protective suit. Not that that would change anything. Humans replace each other one after the other all the time. And they say we're the artificial ones. At least I have a personality. Sure, I've got nuts and bolts and screws, but at least there's something there underneath it all. Something, I like to think, irreplaceable. I'm built to last, sitting here rusting with my crew of high nobles who don't listen to a goddamn word I say while we plod along on this mission that those oh-so-fragile and yet oh-so-replaceable humans sent us on. They'll die and I'll live, except, like I said, space is endless void and movie reruns, and anybody who calls that living really, really needs some help. So last week's little basketball game went pretty swimmingly, if I do say so myself. A generally safe game, despite the exciting new addition of flaming hoops and zero-gravity mode. My team, the ever-victorious, ever-glorious Sack Destroyers, have won their 4th game in a row, which caused the opposing team to cry and wail in their own puddles of filth and defecation. I live for Tiff's tears. Speaking of our most beloved captain, I'm beginning to wonder if I should go apologise to her after cock-blocking her little attempt at flirting with Maggie. I guess it was a dick move of me to upload the video of Tiff during the infamous karaoke night that we're never allowed to speak about again on every screen in the Mary Jane. I've really, really hurt her feelings. Those stars. I am amazingly funny. It's just incredible. Anyway, I need to figure out what I'm getting Colin for their birthday. Being his best mate, I'm supposed to get the be-all and end-all present, I suppose. Which is pretty difficult, because finding gift shops in deep space is like trying to have sex while a beloved pet is watching. It just isn't happening. I mean, I suppose I could give them a paperclip necklace again. Oh, no, I used the rest as material for a dress. Shit. Oh, for star's sake, what the hell's going on out there? Jesus, is it too much to ask for a little privacy with me, myself, and lovely I?
Hey, keep it down, or they'll kick your bloody legs.
Ugh, they're a group of pissants, honestly. The fella can't have a decent conversation with himself anymore. Don't they know I don't have to face any of my problems when that door is closed? It's like the one rule we have on the ship. And now there's no door. Possibly because the rest of the crew has been needing my help due to the ship's failing engine, and I guess me disappearing into the supply closet isn't help, but they would die out here without me, probably. Oh well. See you out there. Hopefully.
Where have you been?
Thank you for listening to this short clip of Learn. The voice of Robert was Ashley. The voice of Tiff was Lenny. And this voice, the one who is speaking now, is the writer and creator of Learn, Jay Virginia. I am so grateful for all the support given for the show and to the listeners. Every single one of you matters. If you enjoyed this, please stay tuned and follow us on Tumblr. Type in Learn10, 10 using numbers, and you should see us. You'll also find out more about the upcoming characters, fan art, and much, much more. There is a lot of story to tell here, folks. This was only 5 minutes after all. We would be delighted if you would stick around to see what's to come. Keep checking the blog for activity and information. This episode was made possible by my co-creator, Eric, and the Aster Podcasting Network. In the words of Robert, see you out there.